Bonjour, Pomme.
Bonjour.
Hello, Zoe.
Hi.
Hello, Karen.
Hello.
Who would win in a hand-to-hand combat?
Of anybody, of the Gardiens?
Yes.
I would. Gamora would.
Dave Bautista, bien sûr. Drax.
Zoe Saldana.
Okay, not you.
God, no.
Who has the best punchlines?
Quill.
Drax aussi.
Drax.
Ouais.
Chris Pratt.
Who's the funniest?
Oh, Chris is very witty. However, Dave Bautista is the funniest, but he's sort of almost funny by accident.
Who would mostly die first?
Drax.
Oh, too bad. Okay. Well, Quill would maybe sacrifice himself.
Yeah, but I think, Drax would, because he's totally selfless.
Baby Groot.
Oh, sorry.
Oh non, mais j'ai pas envie qu'il meure, mais je me dis, il fait tellement des conneries tout le temps que je pense que ce serait plus facile pour lui de mourir vite, quoi.
Qui est ton personnage favori, à titre personnel?
Mantis.
I'm torn between Groot and Drax right now. But I switch them up all the time, but it's between those two.
Mantis, the new character.
Oh, why that?
Because she is so peculiar, and I've never, we've had a lot of women in these types of films that are very badass and violent and strong, which is cool, but we need some variety now, and that's what Mantis brings. I mean, she's like peculiar and, awkward and socially inept, and it's really interesting.
That's true.
Groot, put your seatbelt on! So we're saving the galaxy again?
Yep.
Awesome! We're really gonna be able to jack up our price if we're two-time galaxy savers. Yes! Die, spaceship!
Sometimes the thing you're searching for your whole life, it's right there by your side all along.
You're right.
All you do is yell at each other. You're not friends.
No, we're family. Except maybe her. After all these years, I've found you.
And who the hell are you?
I'm your dad, Peter.
What's the advantage and the downside to play an alien?
The advantage is that you're stronger than a human. The disadvantage is that... Actually, there are no disadvantages.
I love playing an alien because it gives you total freedom to do whatever you want, and there's no wrong choices because you can just say that's what my alien would do. So you're not bound by anything, and it's fun for me because I just get to like completely transform all of my movements, and my intentions are different, and I love just like getting into the weird physicality of all of it. However, like underneath with the emotional stuff, I like to keep that more human because that's probably more interesting for us to watch.
Je sais pas, c'est fun, tu vois, c'est pas genre c'est un biopic et il faut que tu joues un personnage qui a déjà existé et c'est la pression et tout ça, tu fais un peu ce que tu veux, donc ça c'est fun. Et puis t'es un peu, tu vois, t'es caché un peu derrière le maquillage, derrière les antennes et le costume, c'est drôle, quoi.
This second opus, you see Gamora going down the romantic way with Peter Quill. Are you okay
That
with
sounded
this?
so going down the romantic way. Okay, Peter Quill. Yes. You see them sort of, there is an inclination to want to go there. For Quill and Gamora, I think that there's an undeniable attraction between them. But the question remains is, will they materialize it, or will it just stay spiritual, like in the air for them. Like, we'll see.
Nebula was a real bad guy in the first opus, and now
Yeah.
she's like kind of a good guy.
Kind of, yeah. Well, I think she's kind of the same. It's just that we understand her more now. And then it just comes into question whether she is bad or good now that we understand her motivations. And that's what's interesting. I mean, there are two sides to every story, and that just proves the point.
What do you think about the evolution between the sisters, Nebula and Gamora?
I love the evolution of those two characters. I mean, that's the reason that I signed on to do the first movie, which we didn't really explore in the first movie, but it was definitely there on the page when I read the script. You know, these two characters have a very turbulent relationship and a whole backstory, and all of this awful stuff happened to them in their past. So I was so excited to explore that in this movie, and they finally get to acknowledge it with each other.
C'est énorme quand même d'intégrer l'univers Marvel.
Ouais, c'est dingue quand même. Hein. J'ai du mal à réaliser encore.
Du coup, t'aimes bien les super-héros, tu connais bien l'univers Marvel?
Moi, j'ai toujours aimé les films Marvel. Dès qu'il y a un film Marvel qui sort au cinéma, j'ai là, il faut que j'aille le voir. Et par contre, les bandes dessinées, j'aimais bien, mais je n'ai jamais vraiment connecté avec les bandes dessinées. Ce qui est un peu bizarre, mais ouais.
I think it's just working with my friends and getting to witness them in their best. You know, when they do those takes that is just like amazing, and we know they nailed it, and when they do those takes and they mess up but they were going for a joke or something. I love the experience of working with people, because it's a lot of your time that you give up, you know, from being away from your family and everything. So you make it worth living when you're working with people that you love and you respect, and I love this team.
Je me sens un peu pourri gâtée, quoi, parce que c'était tellement un tournage génial. J'adorais tourner avec James Gunn, et j'ai adoré tourner avec les acteurs, et tout ça, ils sont tous genre gentils et terre à terre et talentueux et tout ça. Du coup, c'est vrai que maintenant, c'est un peu dur. Si je passe un autre tournage et que ça se passe moins bien, je me dis merde, j'ai envie de retourner tourner avec eux, quoi. Fait chier.
Do you have expectation for your character in Avengers Infinity War?
I do. I always have high expectations if I'm able to go into sequels and spin-offs and stuff. I just hope that Nebula and Gamora are able to share their experience of what it was like growing up with a father like Thanos.
There are a lot of things I want. I mean, I want her to get the revenge that she's been seeking this entire time towards her family.
Je pense que c'est un personnage assez mystérieux. Il y a pas mal de choses à raconter, peut-être par rapport à son passé et tout ça.
What makes a good Guardian of the Galaxy?
Sense of humor. You have to be able to take yourself lightly.
You're directing your first long feature now.
Yes, it's done.
Have you finished?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. And yeah, we've discovered you from Doctor Who. And do you feel like it was a lifetime ago, or like it was yesterday?
Doctor Who?
Yeah.
Kind of feels like it was yesterday. I mean, it wasn't that long ago. It was a few years ago now. But like, those were some of the best years of my life, really. I mean, was working with some of my best friends, and it was just so exciting on this TV show that I loved. So yeah, it was just the best.
And now the directing way is your future, or are you still?
I think so, yeah. I've definitely been bitten by the bug. I loved the whole experience. I loved being involved in the creative process from start to finish, rather than just coming in and doing your thing and then just hoping that it turns out good. I like to be involved in the whole thing, so I'm definitely going to do more of that.
Gardiens is really famous for its soundtrack. So which song would you choose to sum up this movie?
Why can't we be friends? Why can't we? I just think it's hysterical. Plus, I play that always. It's like the soundtrack of my life every time my twins are fighting. So my twins are two, and they fight a lot. So I always play that song in my mind, thinking like it's a nice juxtaposition to what's going on.
J'aime la chanson. Il y a une chanson qui passe dans le film qui s'appelle Father and Son. Et c'est hyper beau. Je me souviens que c'est peut-être l'une des dernières scènes que j'ai tournées, et c'était assez... tu vois, c'était assez des émotions et tout ça, d'être tous ensemble, et ça, on était tous connectés, parce que ce qui est génial avec James Gunn, c'est que parfois il nous met un truc dans les oreilles, tu sais, les petits trucs pour écouter de la musique, mais ça se voit pas en fait de l'extérieur. Et du coup on écoute tous la même chanson en même temps. Et on est tous connectés, et c'est hyper joli en fait.
Well, C'est une super bonne idée en fait.
Bah ouais, grave.
Oh, what about that Jim Croce song, I Have to Say I Love You in a Song?
Oh.
I like that, just because it's like, you can't really like for Nebula, I don't think she would ever talk about emotional things, but she might try to show them, but she's not very forward with her emotions.
Si le public devait se souvenir d'une seule chose des Gardiens de la Galaxie 2, ce serait quoi?
Il y a un moment que j'adore, c'est quand Baby Groot il vomit. Ça me fait rire. C'est vraiment bête, mais voilà. Mais je veux pas qu'ils retiennent que ça, bien sûr. Non, ce que j'adore, c'est... Ouais, c'est... Mais je peux pas... Sinon, je vais raconter le film, il faut pas que j'en dise trop. Je veux laisser la surprise pour les spectateurs.
Très bien. Bah, merci beaucoup.
Merci.
That it was entertaining, that we gave you more of everything.
And what's the lesson you personally learned from this movie?
To always take myself lightly.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
That you can create your own family if you don't get on with your actual family. I think it's the main theme. It's about the family that you can create in your life.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.